I'm going to describe to you the opening scene of a movie. Alright? You just see a girl who appears to be running towards the camera. And then you realize that it is Anushka. And she's running towards the camera or up a slope. So she slowly rises into view. And then right behind her you'll find that the reason why she's running is that there are about 10 or 15 thugs, goons running after her. And they all have brandishing long knives, guns, machetes, not guns, rods, whatnot. And this girl is running, and then she runs and grabs a train which is already moving. Or the train may have just started to gain momentum, whatever it is. She climbs up into the train, and after a while you find that 2-3 more of them who are chasing her also manage to get in the train. And then Karthi appears out of nowhere. So then he does what he's supposed to do, which is beat the daylights and pulverize all the attacking goons, which he does, both inside the train, outside the train, on top of the train. Incredible aerial stunts, everybody frozen in air, they keep flying. People love to do that. I don't know what the idea is, to show how dangerous the action was, or I don't know. But that's what most directors end up doing, and stuntmen and stunt directors. They do everything in slow motion. So then you find that what happens next is Karthi is approaching a house, a large zamindar's house somewhere, and who's the man of the house? Santanam. And there are 3 very pretty girls in that house, 3 sisters, unmarried, and a mother. And Karthi gets a royal welcome, and which upsets and angers the Santanam, because he doesn't know who this guy is and where did he come from. And his mother and sisters are pampering this guy like crazy, putting oil on his bare body. I don't know if any single girls ever do all those things to a man who just walked into their house. But that's how the story has been written. So these girls get together and put oil on him and then pamper him, give him his favorite food, play silly little games with him like he's one 10-year-old. Actually, Karthi is overdoing this little silly, role of being an innocent man. I don't know anything. He does that all the time. I don't know. He probably thinks that's cute, but he needs to take a good check on himself, a reality check, and see it's no good. I don't know who taught him that it'll look good. And he does that. And there's no sign of Anushka. Where does she go? We don't know. Then we find out that she's undergoing treatment in some Ayurveda place, which has been run by some priest. Then we come to know that he has gone and put her there. So that's the conclusion of that first chase that we saw. He has saved her from the goons, taken her and put her in this place, and they are treating her. So we really don't know what the history is, who is, and then we find out as we go along that there are these villains, and Milan Soman is the chief villain. Walks around in I guess in Tamil Nadu, trench coats, long overcoats, perfect clothing for our weather. But they are the ones who are the villains in the story. And what is their villainy? They are importing some drug from somewhere, a shipload of it, and it's come to Chennai harbour. And they're not allowed to offload those drugs naturally, because those things are very dangerous. And whoever has the medicine, for whatever reason they prescribe those medicines, they end up being bag of skin and bones and just waste away. So the report from the government doctors and the labs are saying that this drug is dangerous. So naturally the Chief Minister does not give permission for it to be imported. And these guys who imported it decide the only way to get him is to force him to sign the paper, and we'll do that just by kidnapping his daughter, and we'll make him sign the paper. Such childish, what do they think of the political system in this country? That anybody just signs one piece of paper and that's it. You have a doctor panel who's saying no, it's a dangerous drug, it causes death and malnutrition and all sorts of other problems. So all they need is your chief minister to just sign on paper and it is done. Nobody does any research in these stories. And director Suraj, I don't know how to pronounce it, a totally irresponsible director. He has not bothered to spend a single moment trying to make an intelligent story. I think he's set out to make a foolish story because he doesn't have time, or he thinks this is enough. People in Tamil Nadu, they'll accept anything. Karthi is a hero Bus, make him do whatever he's been doing in all the movies, which is this sleepy little actor who walks around an innocent man. You know, that's his role. And suddenly he'll become tough and serious and beat up everybody else. Otherwise, he'll do some wimpy kind of jokes. I don't know. Maybe that's a style. He's completely different from his brother, Surya, who's a serious actor, takes time to understand the script and works on it to perfection. This guy just sort of sleepwalks through the entire movie. Maybe it works for him, I don't know, because he's still getting movies. So this is in effect the story. Somebody trying to get the chief minister to sign a document, and the goons hire Karthi, and what is his background is not explained. Where did he come from? Not shown. Why is he doing what he's doing? Not told. They just offer him some money. He says yes, and he kidnaps her from a ship. And that is so ridiculous, that scene. I don't know what to say about this director. Karthi is standing on the side of the quay, on the wharf, and there's a ship there, tied up alongside. So he can't climb up the gangway because there are too many policemen around or whatever, guarding it. So he jumps into the water, slips into the water, then he swims towards the ship. And then suddenly, he's inside the ship. How did he get inside? Did he slip in through the minute cracks of a rivet hole? If there was a crack in a rivet hole, and if there are any rivets in ships anymore, because ships are all welded steel plates now, but maybe there's a ship with a rivet. It didn't look like a old-time ship. It was a modern container ship, from what I can make out. But this guy is inside the ship, and just the same as he entered, he takes the girl also out. They go out, and from somewhere he's got a scuba gear, and he put a mask on her, and there's one on him. They swim through the water. Oh, very, very hard to win. The critics, from what I understand, they have slaughtered the picture with good reason. It is a picture that deserved to be slaughtered. They should have slaughtered the director also and the actor also for being just irresponsible. How can you make a picture like this? It's supposed to be a mass action hero film. I think that's the idea of what the director was trying to do. But one scene is more ridiculous than the next, and it just goes on. The misery just piles on. And Santanam is there, and he tries his valiant best, trying to salvage this cinema with some one-liners, which he's good at those things. So he raises a laugh out of nowhere. Even that is also vulgar, getting poked in the butt with a cow with a sharp-pointed horn. It's too bad. And that's it. The movie meanders its way through, and then he spirits her away from the ship, and he takes her to a bungalow which is built in the jungle. Spectacular piece. And then I find that there's actually a set. But whoever did that set is an outstanding piece of work. It's a gorgeous looking wooden bungalow in the middle of a stream. And then a lot of ridiculous scenes in the forest, each one more pathetic than the other. It doesn't raise a laugh. It just makes you annoyed. And then, so that's Alex Pandian, a movie that you should just avoid. Don't even pick it up on a DVD and watch it, because it's no good. And the funny thing is, it's been produced by Gnanavel, and he has made some extremely good movies along with Karthi and with other actors. So I don't know how they just went through the script and just did it. Bharati Veeran was where it started for Karthi as well as for Gnanavel, and that was an outstanding film. And I don't know whether that success has made our man Karthi think that he can just sleepwalk the rest of his career and he'll just be fine with him. He'll just get one heroine after the other. And he's got Anushka, who's bigger than her in South India today. She's the biggest star, and she's the heroine of this picture. So that's the movie. While I'm talking to you, I'm just trying to recollect that there are even more ridiculous things. Then I realize there are so many that I'll have to talk for 1 hour to just describe all the ridiculous things. So I've said enough. It's a movie that deserves a 0, but I'll give it a 1 out of 10. And it should be just a footnote in history as a bad film, and which deservedly failed. So that's Alex Pandian.